Definition of money is any commodity that is generally acceptable as a payment for goods and services. Therefore, money is defined as anything that is act as a medium of exchange for goods and services. There are 4 characteristics of money. First, general acceptability. Money must be generally acceptable by all people in the society or country as a means of exchange for goods and services. This shows the confidence people have in money. Second, portability. Objects that serve as money must be something that can be easily carried from one place to another place, which means such object must be light in weight. Third, durability. The object that will serve as money must be able to last long, which means it must not be a perishable product or commodity. It must be able to stand the test of time. Fourth, recognizability. Money must be easily recognized and identified by the totality of the people in the society. It must not be easily counterfeited or fraudulent. How?
So today I'm talking about function of money. So there are 4 functions of money. So firstly is a medium of exchange, whereby any accommodation that is generally accepted by person in the exchange goods or services. By introduction of money as a medium of exchange in the economy, it will remove the inconvenience and inefficiency of a barter system. Secondly is a measurement of value of account, whereby it's a unit of measurement. They use monetary units as a yardstick for measuring goods and services. So, for example, in Malaysia, they use ringgit to measure the value of goods and services, while common monetary means goods needs only have their value of price stated in monetary units. Next, money as a store of value. Any community that can be held in order to enable people to buy and sell it at different times and different places. And lastly, standard of deferred payment. A unit in terms of all future payments are expressed, where many make it possible to person to make agreement or contract to exchange goods or settle debts in future. That's all from me. Thank you.
Supply of money. Supply of money differ from the demand of money. Supply of money is controlled by the central money supply. There are 3 methods that to be used to measure the money supply. First is M1. M1 is equal to currency and the checkable deposit. Second is M2. M2 is a broader definition of the money supply. It comprises M1 and near money. Near monies are items that are highly liquid financial asset. M2 is equal to M1 plus saving and fixed deposit in commercial bank plus NCD, which is negotiable certificate of deposit, plus repo and Bank Negara Malaysia certificate. Lastly is M3, which is board money. Board money is the broader's definition of the supply of money, which consists M2 plus saving or fixed deposit in the other financial institution. These are the questions that also can be asked in the question paper which is narrow near money, and broad coercive money. The formula of narrow near money is M2 minus M1, while broad coercive money is equal to M3 minus M1. So I'm done.
Function of central bank. The first function of central bank is issuing currency and keeping reserve. Printing of paper currency is one of the central bank fundamental functions. Bank Negara Malaysia is the only financial institution with authority to issue the currency. It is to safeguard the value of the currency being issued. Next function of central bank is acting as a banker to other banks. It keeps cash reserve of commercial banks in the economy and thus act as a custodian of reserve for the country, which support its credit and banking system. Other banks keep their deposit in the central bank. The central bank also act as a lender as the last resort. Third function of central bank is acting as a holder for country's stock of gold and foreign currency reserve. Besides managing the country foreign exchange reserve, the central bank also implement the government's exchange rate and balance of payment policy. Last function of central bank is overseeing the monetary policy. It supervises the money market operations to ensure low inflation and full employment through managing the interest rate and setting the reserve requirement. Low inflation creates greater economic stability and preserve the value of money and saving.
Hi! Now I'm going to explain monetary policy and types of monetary policy. Monetary policy is a process of drafting, announcing, implementing a plan of action that usually taken by the central bank or any other monetary authority of a country that control the quantity of money in an economy. There are two types of monetary policy, which are expansionary and contractionary monetary policy. As for expansionary, it aims to increase the money supply in an economy by lowering the interest rates, purchasing government securities by central bank, and lowering the reserve requirement for bank rates. It is utilized when government wants to control unemployment level. So as a result, the real GDP or gross domestic product will be increased and the employment level will be reduced because the government stimulates the business activities and consumer spending. Meanwhile, the contractionary monetary policy is opposite to the expansionary. Contractionary monetary policy aims to decrease the money supply in an economy. It is achieved by raising the interest rates, selling the government bonds, and increase the reserve requirements for bank rates. It is utilized when government wants to control inflation level. So as a result, the real GDP will be reduced and the inflation rate will be reduced as well. That's all.
There are various instruments in monetary policy tools. The instrument is qualitative instrument and quantitative instrument. For qualitative instrument, there is open market operation, legal cash reserve requirement, bank or discount rate, and funding. For qualitative instrument, there is selective credit control and also interest rate.